Hi and welcome back to my channel. This time it's another contest entry. This entry is for Bäd English Rex or Mr. Finglish's. Do you say it like that? I don't really know. But that dude's 200 subs contest. Congrats tai onnea, as we Finns would say, to him for 200 subs. So, the contest has like two main questions. The first one is show us one or five or something between albums that or songs that are like, I don't know how he said it, but like that have something to do with like loneliness and maybe tell some story or stuff like that. But here we go. I have 5 albums. Did you hear that? 5 albums. Yeah. First one is pretty obvious. Pink Floyd, The Wall. I'm pretty sure that like everyone has heard of this album and knows the story about Pink and how he isolates himself behind the wall. So I don't think I have to like speak more about this album. But I think this showcases the topic of loneliness pretty good. What it can do to people and stuff like that. But yeah, it's the first album, Pink Floyd, The Wall. Then we have some newer stuff. Album that I have showcased on my channel like almost 10 times now and give them a free advertisement. Solar Darling, The Spell. And if you have watched my channel for like a couple of months, you may have heard of this album where I tend to showcase this pretty often. But this also have a story, kind of loneliness story about like a girl who wants to die because well, can I show the tracks pretty? I'll pause it for a second. I will have to take this like out of the sleeve. And we're back. Because this is like kinda, well, I don't know if you know the concept or no, but it's basically about a girl who is like born, and if I don't remember right, her mother abandons her and she kind of like lives in lonely and a painful life, and then he finds about that and kind of like falls in love with him, but the dad doesn't want him, and the girl is kind of like, the dad puts the spell on him that the girl has to live forever, but in the end it gets, well, I guess you would say a happy ending, I guess. But I think this maybe not like straight loneliness, but you can find some loneliness elements on this album. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now, but yeah, Cellar Darling, The Spell. Then another classic album, David Bowie, Station to Station. And this I'm also pretty sure that most of you know. The album of the Thin White Duke, isolated drug addict who only cares for himself kind of album. Bowie's darkest. I think Thin White Duke is a pretty lonely character on this album. So I choose this. Maybe like the Station to Station song here. You can like really hear the like things that thought of the characters that he is like on his own and doesn't need anyone and stuff like that, and I think that sounds pretty lonely. But it's David Bowie, Station to Station, remastered. Then I ran out of ideas of albums that I could put, so I have couple just songs. First song is on Metallica's Ride the Lightning album. The song is Fade to Black. It's also a song that most of you have probably heard. And the lyrics, like, I don't know how I would put it in words in English. But yeah, he like tells a story, thought of the lonely man and how everything isn't going so fine for him. Or something like that. I don't really know how to tell it, but I think you know the song. Then we have some Finnish stuff, because overall I'm Finnish and Mr. Finglish is also Finnish. Levi and the Leavings, Kadonnut Laakso, a Lost Village, or something like that. Levi and the Leavings has a quite a lot like a melancholic and like pretty Finnish songs, as the Mr. Finglish said in his video. The Finnish songs tend to be pretty like melancholic and sad all the time. But I chose this album and the song Yksin ruma tyttö tanssii, which would roughly translate to The Ugly Girl is Dancing Alone. And I have actually translated some of the lyrics in English, but I don't know where I put my paper when I translated it. Wait a minute, I will try to find the paper. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't find the paper. I don't know where I have put it, but like the main story goes like this tells about the girl who goes to like bar or dance party or stuff like that, but nobody wants to dance with him, so he just dances alone on the dance floor, and other people on there make fun of him and tell him to go away. The like what do you call it? Chorus, like the I don't know what it's called in Finnish. Kertosäe in Finnish, but I don't know what it's called in English. I have completely blacked out about that. But it would go like something like in English, there isn't a single good friend for him here. The ugly girl is standing alone. No one wants to ask him to dance. The lonely girl is dancing alone, or like that. But Lemon the Lemons has a lot of like sad and lonely songs. I chose this. Once again, I don't know if I'm making any sense. That was a poor explanation even for me. But the next topic, because we're already over 9 minutes. 3 records that you will take to the what was it word? The hospital where women give birth, synnytyssairaala. Now I can't find the word, but you know. The place where women go alone, and when they come out, he has baby or 2 or 5, like Mr. Phoenix said. I have like 3 different albums, totally different genres, and totally different ideas why I chose them. The first is Queen Sheer Heart Attack. This I chose because like labor can be pretty like long and painful experience. So this album would be good like to take the thoughts away from the labor and make the time go faster, if I'm making any sense. This doesn't have anything to do with the giving birth, but it maybe be good like during the labor when the pain is the women's pain is really bad and everyone is stressed out and nothing is good. Like from that part, it would be a good album to make the things go faster and get your thoughts away from the moment for a second. And once again, I don't know if this is what Mr. Finglish wanted, but I thought it like that. Second album is Paavo Harjus Yhä hämärää. This one is like a relaxing ambient kind of album that I think would be pretty good, like calm down and let the whole room calm down after the thing and like that. Well, this is the box set, but the main album Yhä hämärää is what I'm talking about. So I think this would be pretty cool to listen to it and calm down after the experience and catch your breath and your thoughts and thoughts, ajatukset, whatever, like that with this album. The last one is also a bit, I don't know, out of context. Epänormaali, rupisia riimejä, karmeita tarinoita. Another Finnish album, but this I chose because like Epänormaali has had like a huge musical influence in me, because like from the years as far as I can remember, to like 10 to 11 years, I like only listened to Epänormaali, so I would want the baby to also start listening to Epänormaali. And I think especially this album, like represents my early childhood very good. When not in the like the lyrics of the song, I don't what you call. I didn't do any of these things when I was like 9 years old, but me and my dad used to listen to this album a lot when I was younger. Then the bonus question, I don't know if I can fit it in this video. I am running out of time. How much do I have? Oh well, I can fit in here. Tell me something about Mr. Finglish. Well, Mr. Finglish is a Finnish YouTuber. He has made videos about the records and music in general for little less than 2 years, I think. Was it like the early 2018 when he uploaded his first video, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure. He speaks very unique language, which I also speak, Finglish. It's a cool language and not everyone knows how to speak it. He also have a magical talking hands like I do. Actually, me and Mr. Finglish have quite a lot in common. We are both from Finland. We both like records. We both have talking hands. We have almost the same amount of subscribers. Whether he has 200 and I have 20, but 1 0 here and there doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, his music taste is quite large. He listens to like English language rock and metal, but he also listens to like old Finnish rock legends. Like I have seen the Epänormaali on his videos, and I think he went to see the Leaving orchestra in some point. J. Karjalainen I have seen on his videos. Trees and Josi Keskitalo even. So, what else do we have about Mr. Finglish? Well, he has a wife, Mrs. Finglish. I don't know if he has been like many of his videos, but at least at the one we heard, like he was a part of one of the video. I can't remember which it was. Actually, it might have been the Leaving Orchestra video where the Mr. and Mrs. Finglish went to see the orchestra. I am not 100% sure. Do I have anything else to say? Now I don't have anything in my mind, and my camera is running out of space, so I think I would have to stop this video now. I will try to upload this on the same day, on the Saturday. So I hope I will be the first to respond to his contest. But once again, congrats ja onnea Mr. Finglishelle. I think you are one of my favorite like PC YouTubers. Mainly because like you are also Finnish. You also showcase like the Finnish albums that no one really knows on the VC, except the Finnish people, of course. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, I think this is it. It was nice to do this contest, and the questions were a bit different than the normal questions on the contest. I like that. You like really had to think about what words you show. Thank you and goodbye.